rolling. They had three engineers coming in and taking shifts, and the bands would just come in. Anyway, that was what was going on. So there was also shows going on in town too, so bands could come in, do their hour recording, and go do a show. So we were playing one of the shows. It was a place called The Basement out in Portland, Maine. It's on the main street there. We're playing it, a bunch of punk rock kids are at the show. Where Meet the Press is playing.
The story does get funny, right?
It does get
funny.
funny.
Okay, because right now it's just a story.
Wow.
It's a story. So we're playing, and we're doing our set, and our drummer John jumps up on his drum set, and he sees pipes hanging, like pipes not like this, but more plastic pipes. If it was a pipe like this, you could probably have swung from it, but he grabs this plastic pipe over the front of the stage, not on the stage, just to the front of the stage. He jumps from the drum set, doesn't get quite to it, so he has to take a running jump from the stage, grabs on the pipe. Well, it's just a plastic PCV pipe. He cracks it, breaks it, all kinds of water comes out. Well, it's not water, it's the toilet water from upstairs, because this is called the basement, from the upstairs of this place. So there's water all over the floor, and all these punk kids are sloshing around in it and slipping and sliding in it and slam dancing in front of it. And yeah, it's a pretty good story. I was often thought about writing a book about all the wacky stories we have, because they all end with the phrase, "We gotta go."
Well, some of the best stories I have always start with, "One night I was drinking."
Yeah, it never starts with, "We're down at the salad bar."
And what about yourself?
I don't know. The only one I'm thinking of, it's not a super funny story, but we had a guitarist, Rob, and we were playing Rose's Cantina, which is it's part strip club and part music venue. And and
Been
things
there.
and things came to a head, and Rob was left. He was told to exit the band, not by us, but it happened. And so the way Rob tells the story, which I think is funny, is is that we kind of left him there. But there was like a party bus that went there. Bob helped him bring his equipment there. So he was all set. But I think the best part of that is we could have left him at a strip club. Like he could have killed it there. Just, my band left me behind, and then all the girls just go comfort him.
Well, having been to that strip club, it was probably the better choice not to have them.
Yeah, that was the strip. They're definitely like 19-year-old runaways who were there.
At least it wasn't on like the fresh scar and birth weight night.
Oh.
Down in Cumberland, Rhode Island.
Mickey's. If you, by the way, if you haven't noticed yet, I am an encyclopedia when it comes to strip clubs.
He knew it right away.
Not only
Mickey's Gentleman Club, which is
no, it's Mickey's Valley View Country Club.
I'm
right. The owner's name is actually Mickey. His son's name is Bobby. I can tell you his ex-wife's name. And I've been around the strip clubs a little bit.
It's funny for the folks who don't know. It is in a residential area of Cumberland, a nice little regular street in Cumberland. A house.
It looks like
fence.
a VFW hall almost.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's house, picket fence, and viewing club.
I think the most hilarious part of that is, number one, it's the strippers' graveyard. That's where they go to die.
What the up and comers and over the hillers?
It's it. Pre-meds and half-deads.
No.
Yes, I went there. But the funniest part of all of it is when you sit down at the bar, that's where they dance, on the bar. There is no separate stage.
Yep.
So if anything, article of clothing or otherwise, falls down, it may land in your drink.
Yep. We were there once. A gal came dancing out. This is years ago. She came dancing out, and I was with Mr. We Gotta Go, and he comes out dancing. This girl looked like beat up version, like homemade soap version of Madonna. She came out to dance into Vogue or something, and she whipped her leg around, over my buddy there, and I guess he caught a whiff or something. He literally dry heaved and had to leave, like real dry heaves. And he's got a strong stomach. He's a trooper.
Oh, God bless him.
A whiff of something.
Wonder what that could have been.
It was just bad.
So, anyways, fun clubs. Everyone loves to go to them. But what are some of the weirder places you've played, local or otherwise?
We used to play place in Boston. I think they still do shows now. Jock's Cabaret. It's a gay bar upstairs where they cater to more like transvestites, transgender, and all that.
Yep.
And downstairs is like the punk bar, but the beers are cheaper upstairs, so you hang out upstairs, and it's it's kind of a show in itself.
Don't let anyone kid you. If you go to a gay bar and you're not gay,
No one's gonna bother. They don't.
They
want-
know. They look
Yeah,
at you
exactly.
from 100 yards. They can tell you're not there to do anything but drink.
Exactly. They're not.
And-
They're homosexuals. They're not deviants. Exactly.
It's not like they're
different.
selling sandwiches on TV for a local chain or something.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. About that guy, huh?
Sorry, we're not going to tell you the actual name, but it rhymes with what was it? Dubway? Something like that.
Yeah. Poor.
Yeah, we couldn't really afford the high budget nickname for it, so we had to go a little lowbrow on that. All right. What about yourself? Awesome, just awesome hole in the wall club.
I just
I'm
like
just
any-
going to keep
any-
bouncing back and
That's
forth.
fine. I like any club that will let me play there.
Okay. Well, any one in particular that sticks out?
I don't know. Like I always like playing Firehouse. I always had fun there. The place we're talking, Grand Victory in New York, was a good time.
I went to it, not played a place. There's a place in Worcester that's pretty cool. I think it's it's a German bar. I forgot the name of it.
The German club?
I don't think it's called that.
All right.
But it's
Shot in the dark.
It's like a speakeasy kind of vibe. You go in there and it's all dark and it looks old school. People dress. A lot of people who go there dress for the the time period of like flapper dresses and spats and all of it. We just went regular clothes, but it's got a really cool vibe. It's got the bartenders have the little suspenders on their arms and they're like, "Oh, how you doing, sir?" And we went in and there was like a Leon Redbone cover guy. I don't know if you know who Leon Redbone is, but he's got that kind of 50s, 20s sound really like. And he was up there playing. It's just really like a cool flashback kind of place. It was pretty cool.
Now, what do you do in your free time? Like when you're not playing music, when you're not drinking at this point, when you're just hanging
Spends a
out.
lot of time not drinking.
Yeah.
But what do you do for fun?
Sometimes like today we went to a car show. This morning I went to a car show, walked around.
Which car show?
It was in Cumberland. Was it Hot Rods on the Hill?
All right.
They got bands playing there, so it was pretty cool. We brought my little nephew and pushed him around the park and until he got tired.
I'm hoping he's in a stroller.
Yeah.
He's 20. He's 26.
That's another whole level of messed up. Like here's a 12-year-old
Come on, kid, we're going
come here.
over there. Let's go.
No, next car, whack.
Yeah. No, it was cool. The band's there and just different sights to see and whatnot. Usually a pretty cool crowd there. Stuff like that. Go to restaurants, eat.
Food is entertainment. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Like, no, going to shows. I'm trying to go to more shows now, and always. Yeah, it's like it's tough to go to shows, but I gotta drag yourself, not drag yourself out, but get yourself.
Sometimes it is dragging yourself out.
Yeah,
though.
and then you get up in the morning. You get up in the morning and try to. You try to be, because now you get older. It's like, oh, these shows start so late. Why aren't they done by 10?
The show
They
starts at
started-
6:45.
Yeah,
What do you think I am?
And they start at 10, and you're like,
I'm going to miss Jeopardy.
Yeah.
No, I got to say, I went to a show, and I know exactly where, I want those shows to start earlier. I actually started and ended my day eating the same food. I woke up on like a Saturday afternoon, whatever, and I had a 12-hour show. I was there at noon. I was there until, actually, it was close to 2 in the morning. So I went in. Before I left, take the wife out for breakfast, do the family thing for a little while. And
so you
I
can
went.
ditch him later.
I went. Yeah, well, it happens. I went to a little restaurant right around the corner from the studio here, Gels Restaurant. I had a hot wiener omelet. There's people at home, even my wife. She heard it. The words came out of my mouth, and you could just see the look of disdain in her face, like you're not gonna eat. And I did eat it.
Is it just the hot dogs or is it the sauce?
Oh no,
as well?
it is a full hot wiener
the
minus
Gaga,
the
like
bread,
Gaga sauce and
everything, onions, celery salt. The only thing I didn't do, I didn't put the mustard on the omelet. Well, going all day, you grab something, whatever you can. And when you're,
How did that sit? Like for me, the Gagas go right through me. An omelet
Sounds
would
like
go
The
through
View.
me. That seems
What are
like
you guys doing?
accelerated, with a cup of coffee, you're like a goose, man.
scattered and splattered
Yeah.
is the term I use. But yeah, no, it actually set pretty good because it wasn't super greasy.
Okay.
Well, fast forward till 2:00 the next morning, or the same morning, or whatever, after the end of the show.
Yeah.
I'm leaving there, and I was at FET.
Yep.
What's right next door to FET?
The Olneyville
Olneyville, New
system.
York
Yeah.
system.
Deal.
I'm starving. I haven't really eaten much all day. The only thing I've had was the hot wiener omelet, so I went in and I had to get 3 wieners all the way to
Yeah.
coffee milk. And it set me right until I was about halfway home. And that whole goose thing kicked in again. I got home in record time that night.
There's nothing worse than you're just driving back and all of a sudden you feel like you've been punched in the butthole by Mike Tyson.
I like the Rhode Island Gagas. I'm also a big fan of the Fall River Gagas. Over.
I have not experienced a full river gagger.
It's a little different. They don't, because in Rhode Island they got the snappy hot dogs. The wieners are different in Massachusetts because of all things there's different laws on what you can put in your meat and what you can't.
But there's no laws on what you could put your meat into.
Exactly.
Well, there are. I think there's a lot of laws about that.
I just stopped myself.
It's okay as long as you don't say the 7 deadly words that you can't say. And I'll tell you them off the air in case you.
You should have them written down on the table.
I actually heard about a story about that George Carlin just made up those words. They weren't really. There were no words told to him. He just said those words, and because he said that, people think it is, and now people say, like, radio broadcasting will tell you can't say these words. He just made those up.
Well,
I can see why, but
there's no written rule except for the F-bomb.
Yeah.
F-bomb has been written up 100 million times, but the censorship laws are very vague.
Yep.
So if they don't like you, they can really stretch the limit
Sure.
of that law. No, they stretch the limit of pretty much every law lately. So
Yep.
the least of my worries is that fine that I can't pay anyways.
yeah.
Can't get
Tony
blood
will
from a
cover it.
stone. Yeah, Tony will cover a quarter of it. It's 1 quarter, 25 cents. Well, why don't we take a break here? We're going to hit another song, another band that hit me up on Facebook. Also sent their music to me in an email. The name of the band is Bending Over Backwards. Got a nice punk sound to them. The name of the song is God If You're Above.
God cannot save my soul. It's straight to hell for me, I know. And when I get there, at least I found a place to call my home. But they say the truth will set you free. Then why am I still here? I've got no truth left, don't you see? Am I making myself clear? Solution, no solution. God, if you are above, I fear that one day the whole world will disappear. And if it does, will I have lived my life the way that I could, the way that I should? Was feeling stuck between two roads.